Welcome back to Guitar Lessons for Beginners. Today I'm sitting a little bit lower in the frame than usual because we're going to talk about how to hold your guitar. It's really important to hold it properly so that you're comfortable while you're playing and you don't get any weird pains if you've got your wrist at a funny angle. So the first thing that you want to do is you're going to take your guitar. I'm right-handed, so this is how it works for me. You're going to have to reverse it if you're left-handed. So I've got my right thigh here and we've got this curve in the bottom of the guitar and it just sits kind of right there. And if I look down, it's like the sound hole is right above my leg. So this is where it sits in your lap. Now, the other important thing is you want to have the guitar close up to your body. Okay, you don't want to have it out here because then you're leaning forward. So you want to have the guitar here. The other important thing is that you want to have the guitar straight up, not like this. It's really tempting, especially for a beginner, when you're playing, to want to see what your left hand is doing. And so in order to see, people start to kind of cheat like this and they're playing at an angle, and what that does is it puts a ton of pressure on your wrist. And I've actually, when I was first learning, I started getting pain in my wrist and I didn't know why, and it was because I had this crazy angle. So even though it makes it a little more difficult, snug the guitar up closer to your body. When you want to count frets, count the frets using the dots on the odd numbers. Okay, if you wanted to see more about those dots, you can check the previous video. And then your right hand, okay, so you're going to take this part of your elbow and it's going to kind of rest right here. So the crack of your elbow is going to just go right up here so that if you're resting your hand on the guitar, it should be hovering right at about the sound hole, because this is where we're going to do our strumming. We want to do our strumming directly over the sound hole. Now I want to talk about the left hand and where that goes. So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to take your thumb, and your thumb goes directly on the back of the neck. What you'll see a lot is you see people palm this thing and grab it like that, and what happens is you get all kinds of problems when you're doing chords, you're touching other strings, because you need a lot of room. So if I can maybe hold the guitar this way, you're going to take the thumb and the thumb goes right here. Now what that does is it gives a nice space so that you can touch the strings directly with your fingertips. That's what we want to do. We want only the tips of our fingers to touch the strings. If my palm is like mashed up on the neck, then you can see I have no room here to get my fingers around, and simply by sliding my thumb down, I create all this space. And that's what we need to play chords. It's not going to work, especially as a beginner, because you end up touching strings and they don't sound right. So thumb on the back, this on your thigh, elbow here, and we're ready to learn some chords. Thanks for watching my video. Be sure to click subscribe to make sure that you get all the latest beginner guitar lessons.